Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a couple rapid reviews to do for you. So, I don't know, I get a little bored sometimes of the desktop view thing, so I was like, let me jump in the truck. I'm already going out, and I'm gonna do some rapid reviews in here. So hopefully you guys are cool with that. I know a lot of people prefer desktop because they can see the knife better, but who doesn't want to see this, So anyway, the first knife is the Miguron Moyarl, and I gotta say, this is the best budget knife ever. I mean, that's a lot to say, and maybe if I thought about it for hours, I could come up with some better options, but the fact that this is around 50 bucks, and so budget, I'm saying in this case, is under 50-ish, we'll call it. I didn't actually look this up, but I'm pretty sure it's 50 bucks. Usually budget for me is under 100, but this is like another level. It's like ultra budget, really, if you're around 50 bucks. I can't compete with that, like with Divo and shit. We have budget models, we try, but even with these type of materials, we're still looking at 80, 75, 80 bucks because we're having it made by somebody. In this case, they're making it themselves. They can really bring that price down to that $50 mark, and make some money. So this one all around just blew me away because it's got a titanium pocket clip. That's a milled titanium pocket clip. It's reversible. You have very nice G10 scales. They are proud liners, but it's okay. I thought this was going to be really boxy and uncomfortable. And while it is boxy, it is a little thick, it's super comfortable in the hand, so it works. It has this finger choil. It's so good. And then you have 14C 28N. If you saw the unboxing, you can see that. It's a liner lock, so no problems with lock bars, no nonsense there. And it takes skiffs. I put in skiffs. These are the 5mm 3/64 ball skiffs. Basically what I'm calling the missing link. The missing link bearing, because there's so many knives over the years that we couldn't skiff up. They just wouldn't work right with skiffs. And it's because they were this size ball. They're between 1mm and 1/16. So that's really cool. But anyway, even with the stock bearings, which were good, they were good bearings. It was solid, but it's dead centered. The action is fucking just stupid on this. I mean, the price point, guys, is just bonkers on this for me. It's a good clip, works really well. No tappy. The hole, guys. I am becoming a huge fan of the pear-shaped hole. The keyhole / pear-shaped hole. I love this hole. Now, I don't know who started using it, if it was Vox, or I've seen Fox use it. I've seen Vostede use it. I've seen now Miguron use it. I'm guessing it was Voxnez. And then everybody else just thought it looked cool, so they went with it, that's fine with me. I mean, we gotta chill with the copy shit. Like, unless it's a direct fucking clone, chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? At this point, there's just so many knives, you just can't be that different. And you don't want to be that different, because if you are, your knife looks like some crazy alien shit. I don't want that. There's a line there, and I think people jump over that line a lot. You can come up to the line when shit looks really similar, but don't jump that line, guys. All right, you get my point. This knife is phenomenal. It's got a PVD coating, which I don't love. I wish it was tumbled, but it does look good. It's got a nice matte to it. It's not too paint-like, and it's not like shiny or anything, so that's good. The detent on this thing, woo-hoo-hoo, baby. Is that part of the reason I think it's the best? Yeah, faux show. This thing has a popper. I mean, it's like a F5 that's tuned right, just pops right out, no problem. Blink. I mean, you can just power it out. You don't have to, I should say, you can just pressure it out. You don't have to flick. Like, I can just push. Baby. Woo! Left hand reverse flick is money. Left hand thumb flick is money. Right hand, thumb, easy. Right hand, reverse, easy, baby. Come on. Can I do this? No, I can't ever do this. I don't know how people do this move. Oh, we did it. I've learned how to do it. You got to throw it out. I always thought you could just act like the detent, you know, just use the detent. Oh, shit, you can. What? Friday night, gas station, 7-Eleven style. This thing will protect you, baby. It does have a little bit of an Evo vibe now that I'm looking at it. It's got a little Evo in there. I like it. It's not curvy or anything. It's not a sheep's foot or anything, but you know, you get what I'm saying. I love this thing, guys. If you can't tell, it's just a fucking pleasure. It really is. As soon as this becomes available, buy it. There's no qualms here, guys. There's no caveat. There's no if you have the money. There's no, just fucking buy it. It's $50 or whatever. Just fucking buy it and trust me. It's that good. I don't know what else to say. Damn, this is a risky maneuver. If you took every fucking knife I owned and stole them all and left me this one, I would survive. I would be happy. This does everything I need it to. The 14C is razor sharp, nice and thin behind the edge. You have a really good finger choil, choking up, perfect for me. It is a drop point, so it's not a sheep's foot, but it would work. I mean, it comes down low enough I can get in there with the tip. The plunge grind, let's look at the plunge here. The plunge grind looks like it leaves you plenty of room. I mean, look at that choil. And the plunge starts here. So, I mean, let's say it comes out to like here or something. You got a ton of sharpening room there. Oh, here, I can see it from the bottom. Yeah, you got about that much. That much. I mean, that's perfectly fine for me who doesn't sharpen. So, take what I just said with a grain of salt. The stock is nice. There's no jimping. It doesn't need it. The ergos are excellent. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's a little bit on the thicker side. It's probably like as thick as a stout. You know, it's probably like 0.51, 0.52, something like that. Very comfortable in all the grips. Again, reversible clip. You can get into reverse grips, no problem. You know, this one's not great because you're kind of rounded down here the wrong way, but it would work if you, for some fucking reason, caught yourself doing that. This feels really good. If you're doing the, whatever this maneuver is. Action. Oops. I don't need to say much more, guys. This is a home run. So there's that one. That's the Miguron Moyarl. I will link it. I know White Mountain Knives had it. I don't know if Blade HQ had it. And some other places. I'll try to, when I edit this, aka upload it, I will check and I will link what I can down below. Maybe Amazon, I don't know. We'll see. The next one is the CJRB Lago. Lago. I had to Google the name because it's not on the box. It's frustrating, CJRB, artisan. Put the name of the knife on the box. How hard is this? I mean, it's such a simple thing, and I hate to be, you know, but like, put the name of the fucking knife on the box instead of all their lettering and shit. I had to Google. By the way, they sent me this. The Miguron I traded with Casey Knives Fast for. So I traded him some knives that Kaiser sent me. We were just trading for content. So technically I didn't pay for this either, but CJRB Artisan sent me this. Put the name of the knife on the box, please. Because I want to know what this is called, because I wanted to scream to high heaven how good it is. I did the unboxing and I'm like, what the fuck is this thing called? I gotta, you know, like, I'm like, this is awesome. Go buy one. What is it? I think they told me in the email when they sent it, and then I followed up and asked, what is this? I haven't gotten a response. This is cool. And that's why I'm so passionate about this, all right? Because I want you to know that it's the Lago. Lago. So yeah, Artisan sent this to me. I do have an affiliate link to their website. I will link that down below. Check the description of the video. There's 3 dots or a thing that says, you know, whatever, and then you click description and it pulls up the description of the video. If you're on a MacBook or something, you just hit, you know, more, I think, and it shows you. I also try to pin the description as a comment on every video. Now, I can't do that until the video posts, so I schedule stuff out weeks in advance, so sometimes I forget till a couple hours later, and then I get in there and I paste it in as a comment, and then I pin it, so you can get the description right in the comment section. I try to do that on every video and short for you guys. Obviously, it helps me because you're gonna look at it and maybe click on my links, but it also helps you because you don't have to leave comments asking, what's this, what's that? Just read the comments before you do that. Anyway, this is the CJRB Lago, and this thing is fire. This is the best detent I've ever felt on a button lock. I don't know. I mean, you see that? It's so good. It works left-handed really well. It has a flipper tab, and I think that's why. Woo, I think that's why the detent is so good, obviously, because it had to dial it for the flipper, right? Now, I can break it and do that, but that's awkward. Like, if you actually break the detent, it pops out. It's hard to explain because it's not a traditional detent. This makes it look weak. It's not. I mean, you can see there, I have to put pressure on it to get it to pop. So if you just, it feels great. But that's not where the detent shines. That reverse flick is money. I mean, you can power it. Like, you can line up, put pressure on it, and flick it. Usually, with these, you have to just power it yourself, right? Because the detent's usually weak. The spring is weak. So I don't know if they're all like this, but if they are, it's fucking money, man. It's so good. So I like that. And then I like the look of it. I mean, it's a little bit clunky looking in this area, but otherwise I like the sheep's foot blade, really cool. I love this huge blade hole. It's kind of like what Leon was doing on the Field Duty 3.5, but it works. You know what I mean? It's really good because the detent's good. The handle's very neutral, you know, got a little swell here. I like the clip. Cool clip, deep carry, reversible. I don't have it reversed because I was carrying it right-handed in my back left pocket. Nice push button, right? Nice light switch. I don't desire more detent at all on those. And then, well, bam. I mean, I could do this all day. Flick this thing. This and that Miguron, I mean, holy shit, for $50. I think I saw this one on Blade HQ for $44.99 or $49.99. Is it ARRPM 9, which is awesome. Love that steel. The stock is on the thinner side. It's razor ass sharp. Both of these knives got basic use, paper cut test, minor cardboard that I was taking out to the recycle when it was in my pocket, and then opening Amazon packages. And I gotta tell you, these are good at opening Amazon packages. If you fail that test, you're in trouble, mister. I love this blade shape. I really like this knife. You got some jimping right here. Really comfortable in this back grip. Never use it. I will always choke up on a knife. If it has a choil, I will always choke up because I'm not doing slashing motions. I'm not doing stabbing motions, right? I'm doing slicing. I'm doing precision stuff because I'm not doing any hard use. You know what I mean? We have billboarding, CJRB, and then we have model number and ARRPM 9 there. I wish that wasn't on there. I like the way Miguron did it. Oops. Pivot logo, and then steel up here. Love that. I tightened this before I left, so there's no play. I mean, got the double bounce I love. Some people hate that. You can time it. Hold on, I'll do it left-handed. There you go. So you can time it, let go at the right time, and it'll suck it in. So, however you want to do it. This is the CJRB Lago, guys. Really fucking good. From the Feldspar button lock they did first, that was absolute dog piss. I mean, I fucking hated that thing. I had the fake carbon fiber one with no detent. I heard some people had a different version. I think it was my Carter or something, and that one had a strong detent. I wish. But from that to the Pyrite, which is an absolute home run, cannot beat the Pyrite, to this, the Lago, they are crushing the button lock game right now. So good to see that. Really good to see that. I need to try some of their more premium button locks, like the Andromeda, I think it's called. And there might be one other one. But, dude, these two are fire. They really are fire. And then we come to the last one. The Kershaw Iridium. I had to fucking remember. Iridium. However you want to say it. Leave your comment. Tell me how I'm pronouncing shit wrong. Thumb flick. It's got that same spear drop point look that they did on the Heist, that they copied from the Griptilian and the Freak line. Basically where that comes from. Which probably comes from Doug Ritter or Mel Perdue. Pardue, which I still need to understand the difference there. Yeah, I don't know. Mel Pardue, did he design the Griptilian? Or is his name on some of the Griptilian? Like, I don't fucking understand that. Because I thought Doug Ritter designed the Griptilian. But isn't Mel Pardue on some of them? Or is that a different model that just looks like it? I don't know. Anyway, somebody school me. I used to know, and now I forget. Look, the sun came out. So this is the Iridium. First, off the bat, guys, the spring on this is way better. The Heist was garbage. And this is actually the second Iridium I've handled. Brent over at Backpack B has one, and I handled it when I was at his house last weekend. So, it's consistent. It's consistently good on the spring. Like, can I feel it? If I push out, sure. But if I push straight up, boom. Fires out. Feels pretty solid, honestly. Reverse flick works. Not, you know, not as satisfying, but it works. The lockup on this is absolute dog piss. I mean, it doesn't get worse than this. Like, can you hear it? Let me turn the heat off. Damn, I'm fucking... Woo! I'm smoking in here, too. Hot as shit. You hear it? That's the blade bouncing off the lock back and forth. All right, so that sucks. And then side to side, which you can tighten up, but then guess what? Then you can't close it like this. Then it's super stiff and you gotta like, you know? The other problem, it is not centered. This is the second one of these I've handled. They both had this issue. Way off to the clip side there. This is becoming a theme. So anybody here who has a Kershaw Iridium, a Kershaw Heist, one of their new Duralock models, let me know how your centering is when it's actually tight. Like, don't loosen it and then like tell me it's centered. But did anybody get one of these centered? Because this is the third Kershaw Duralock model I've handled. Every single one of them is off to that clip side. Every single one. And it's not like a tiny bit off. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like substantially up. It's not quite rubbing. So if that's our guideline, if rubbing is the not okay, then sure, this is fine. But in 2023, we expect our knives to be dead nuts centered. Here is the Lagos, dead down the center. Here is the Miguron, dead down the center. Here is your Iridium, way off, okay? So You guys tell me. Here's a synapse in my pocket. Dead down the center. What else I got? I'm proving points here. I got my own design, the Barley from Urban EC as a prototype. Dead nuts down the center. So, I mean, you can argue with me if you want. $50. $50. How much is this one? Is this $50 or is this 70? I don't really know. The Heist was 55, I think. Here's the other problem. This is in D2. Not CPM D2. D2. This is where Kershaw runs into the same problem I mentioned earlier about me. They don't make these. These are made in China. These are made overseas by an OEM. And Kershaw has to make money. So they can't sell for $50 what CJRB can with AR RPM 9, which is amazing. I love AR RPM 9. Best budget steel you can get, I think. 14C28N from Miguron, $50. Now, I could be wrong on this price, but I'm pretty sure it's $50. And yes, it's 50, not 50. I'm just being a douche. D2, and I bet you this costs more than both of those. So here's the problem. And you guys tell me if you agree or not, right? And I know I'm way off in the weeds here. This is not a great rapid review video. But would you pay 10, 15, $20 more to get this Kershaw in a better steel? Because I think they would separate themselves a little bit. They would, if they put $10 more into these knives, cost-wise, upgrade the steel by a notch, and then increase quality by a notch, and I think they would be a lot more desirable. Like right now, I want nothing to do with Kershaw Duralock models. After handling 3 or 4 of these, I don't want anything to do with this. Why would I want this when I can buy this? Like, it's still made in China, so don't give me that argument, right? I know. But there's going to be Kershaw fanboys who are going to defend them regardless, right? Now, these are aluminum scales, so I will give them that. I like the aluminum. Do I like it better than this G10? Not really. Do I like it better than the plastic on the Heist? Hell yeah. Right? That's what makes me think this one costs a bit more than that Heist. That was plastic and D2 for 55 bones. This one's aluminum and D2. How much is that? 70? Just upgrade the steel, damn it. And people are going to argue, and I've heard this argument. Oh, well, they don't want to use 14C because they use that on their US-made knives. They're fucking assisted knives because they can't do a detent, apparently. Even though we know they can do a detent because they do ZT knives. Nitro V. Use Nitro V. Use the VG10. Use 154. I think they do use that actually in the US. Use something different. It doesn't have to be 14C or 154. Like Nitro V exists, right? There's other budget steels. You guys know them better than I do. Just something other than D2. I know. And then there's going to be all the people who are like, well, D2's fine. Why you got to hate on D2, man? I get it. Whatever. But I will rust this fucking knife instantly. As soon as it gets above 70 degrees here, this will rust in my pocket. So, for me, it's useless, you know? What, am I going to only use it in the winter, you know? I don't know. So, anyway, Ergonomics are good. I like it. It's pretty comfortable here. It's thin, you know, it's like thin all around, but it feels pretty good in the hand. You do have a flat here that's kind of a choke up grip, which is nice. You have like 3 jimps back here that are useless, whatever. Feels pretty good in the hand up here. I like the blade shape. It's nice, long, pokey spear point. It's usable, you know. The knife is bigger than the other 2 here, I think. Well, it feels bigger. It's not. Look at that. Same size as the Lago. Barely. It's probably bigger than this one, though. Slightly. On both ends, obviously. Slightly bigger. And that's fine. I don't mind it being a little bigger. It's comfortable in the hand. It works. It's a cool knife. Like, I think it's a cool design. I think it's a cool colorway. I really like a lot about this knife. I just need better quality control, centering, lockup, all that. And I need better steel. And then I'll be happy. And you know what? They're not making this knife for me. This knife is not for me. So it doesn't matter what I think. But I'm going to give you my opinion anyway, right? So before you go, you know, crazy in the comments because you love Kershaw or, you know, you're fine with this or whatever. I get it. And I'm happy if you love this knife. I know a bunch of guys who love this knife. You know, not everybody's as picky or needy as I am, right? I am annoyingly so. But that's how I keep my collection down, right? That's how I enjoy my hobby. By not having things I don't like in my pocket. You know, I'm just weird like that. So take that into consideration. If you really like this and you want to pick one up, I'm sure it's going to serve you well and be a great knife for you. Is it a usable, acceptable, like decent knife? Yes, of course it is. It's just not up to my standard. And that's, you know, that is what it is. So there you go, guys. There's 3 budget not rapid anymore, but hey, you know, 10 minutes a knife, that's not bad. Let me know what you guys think down below. I really appreciate all you guys. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Oh, and shout out to Casey over at Knives Fast. He loaned me this one. So Casey loaned me this. I think it's for sale. I don't know if I sold it very well just now, but you know, if anybody wants it, hit up Casey, I guess. And thank you to Artisan for sending the Lago. And I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.